Tosh Barrick is done with college and grad school, but far from done with the $90,000 she still owes for her education.
I think about it all the time. It plays into all of our budgeting and all of our future considerations. It's always there. There is never a time when you're thinking about money when you're not thinking about your student debt.
We will forgive $10,000 in outstanding federal student loans.
Barrick and millions of other student borrowers are about to get some major relief, and the Biden administration will erase up to $20,000 in debt for Pell Grant recipients like her.
I'm excited. I'm excited that $20,000 of my loans are going to be gone.
We've seen over time that the cost of college has skyrocketed.
Morgan Royal with New Era Colorado, which works to empower young people politically, says an entire generation is being held back due to their student debt burden, a crisis she says presidential candidate Joe Biden vowed to address.
It's probably one of the most damaging acts by the federal government I can imagine.
Political consultant Dick Wadhams is among many who say the loan forgiveness plan imposes a terrible burden on those who didn't incur all this debt.
To force this gift to these people who decided that they are entitled to being bailed out, forcing that on people who have never gone to college is just fundamentally unfair and irresponsible.
The U.S. Taxpayers Union Foundation estimates this plan would cost each U.S. taxpayer $2,500 on average, making inflation worse. But proponents of the plan say this burden is not unreasonable.
Yeah, we've seen the government act in ways like this before.
In fact, I'm not in favor of corporate bailouts either.
There's agreement on both sides that even with this program, which applies to those making $125,000 a year or less, college tuition and lending reform are badly needed.
As a country, we need to reckon with the fact that this has gotten out of control, and it's about time that we start to find some solutions that address this issue from the root cause.
An estimated 20 million borrowers, or nearly half of those covered by the plan, will have their debt wiped out entirely. Barrick won't have that luxury. She'll still owe $70,000 in student loans.
Among my friends, I don't even have that much debt. I have another friend who did her master's, is going to law school, and she's like, I've just accepted that my life will be in debt forever.
Even with this government help, she says the issue is definitely not going away.
So this is far from over. It's just the reality.
Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Denver.